Thank you very much, Tanya, for joining us. Perhaps let's just pick up on that package from my colleague, Masego Ratlaga. Every once in a while, a big star just dominates, and Venolia Mashego was exactly that. How are people on social media remembering her?
Absolutely. I mean, the wonderful condolences going out, and also the sadness. We've got all this heavy energy at the moment. The last thing we needed was to see V-Mash go, and thankfully they say she passed away peacefully in her sleep, so maybe that's something we can hang on to. But yeah, definitely today timelines are filled with tributes to her and quirks from her past. She has quite a colourful past, and that's also been discussed on the media platforms, but with dignity and grace.
Indeed. And if you want to keep the heavy energy at bay, especially if you're a WhatsApp admin person, we know that you could be charged for spreading fake news. How are people reacting to that? And it'd be quite interesting to see how that will actually work out from WhatsApp's side.
Yeah, very difficult one. My first question is, how will they trace that? Because it's meant to be an end-to-end encrypted service. For those of people who don't know, it means that basically nobody's allowed to see what's being said between these people that are in WhatsApp. It's not a trackable service from the outside. However, they have said that they will be monitoring WhatsApp, and I'm not sure how that's going to happen, but here's the big news, and the big news is that WhatsApp admins can be held and will be held accountable for fake news that is spreading within their groups. The problem is that for most people, they don't know what's going on half the time anyway. So when someone says you've got to gargle with salt water, they think it's probably a good idea, so they put it on there. What is the line between fake news and real news? I don't know. What I urge the WhatsApp admins to do is use credible sources, make sure it comes from a newsroom or from a government body. Do not say it came from a friend of a friend of a friend, because then it's not shareable.
Right, and maybe unless you absolutely need to be an admin, maybe this is a perfect time to check out. But let's take a look at hashtag Bekicele, trending for days.
It hasn't he? And that man, he can tear it up. He certainly made a huge impact yesterday with his speech. He makes an impact every day, but yesterday he was particularly vocal. Also, his alcohol-free South Africa is a big thing that he's pushing, and he's getting quite a bit of pushback about that as well. He did compare the rate of crime to now that we are in lockdown and the significant drop that there is. But he also said that non-compliance will simply not be tolerated. And he mentioned that over 1,000 people have been arrested to date.
And also discouraging people from kissing, of course. Let's wrap it up with rolling testing and, of course, a lot of communities, just opening themselves up to officials who've been doing door-to-door visits.
Yes, they have, absolutely. Rolling testing we've seen taking place specifically in some of the larger townships. It's been actually quieter than I expected on social media. I expected quite a bit of a pushback. But in this instance, social media seems to have a large respect for the SANDF, a large respect for the president. So they're doing as they're told, as best as they can. And I think that's the key here. This is as best as people can. So we see images of the rolling testing taking place in the townships and densely populated areas, and it's going well and it's going fast. I think most people are marveling at the efficiency level. It's really doing quite well.
Thank you very much, Tanya, for bringing us up to speed, for those of us who are not on social media, as to what is happening there. Tanya Curry from Acumen Media.